The moment I walked in on my cheating wife. I never imagined that my life could change in a single moment. That the woman I loved, the woman I trusted with everything, could betray me in the worst way possible. But life has a cruel way of revealing the truth, and sometimes it happens in the most gut-wrenching way imaginable. It all started with the little things I tried to ignore. Late nights at work, hushed phone conversations, a sudden obsession with her appearance. I kept telling myself I was overthinking, that I was being paranoid. But deep down, a storm was brewing inside me, an unsettling feeling I just couldn't shake. Then one night, everything changed. My wife told me she was heading out with her friends for a girls' night. It wasn't unusual, but something about her tone, the way she avoided my eyes, sent a shiver down my spine. I nodded, forcing a smile, but the moment she walked out the door, I knew I had to follow her. I drove a few streets away, watching her car as she turned left instead of right, the opposite direction of the bar she claimed she was going to. My hands tightened around the steering wheel, my heart pounding like a war drum. I stayed at a safe distance, trailing her through the dimly lit roads until she pulled into the driveway of a house I didn't recognize. A house that didn't belong to any of her friends. I parked a few houses away, my stomach twisting in knots. Every step I took toward that door felt heavier, my breath shallow as I approached the window. The curtains weren't fully closed, and that's when I saw it. Her, him, laughter, wine glasses clinking, bodies too close, smiles too intimate. I felt the ground crumble beneath me. It wasn't just a friendly visit. It was something much worse. My blood boiled, my mind screamed at me to turn away, to walk away. But I couldn't. I had to know the truth, the whole truth. With shaking hands, I pushed open the door. The moment I stepped inside, time seemed to freeze. My wife's face drained of color, her smile vanishing in an instant. The man sitting beside her, a coworker she had barely talked to, stiffened, his eyes wide with panic. "Well, well, well," I said, my voice eerily calm, though every fiber of my being was on fire. She stammered, scrambling for words, excuses, anything to erase what I had just seen. But there was nothing left to say. The betrayal was right in front of me, undeniable, irreversible. I took one last look at the woman I thought I knew, then turned around and walked out, leaving behind the shattered pieces of the life I once believed was real. That night I didn't just lose my wife. I lost the illusion of trust, the fantasy of love, and the man I used to be. But I also gained something, clarity. And in that clarity, I knew that sometimes walking away isn't a sign of weakness. It's the only way to find your strength again.